So you probably have heard of it, but you just don't know how to use it. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about ChatGPT and how to utilize it as a commercial real estate agent. First and foremost, I want to break this down into about 4 different segments of the video because there's a bunch of different ways that I don't want to kind of just put all into one category. But so there's 4 main categories we're going to talk about. And the very first one is all about reach outs and marketing. So you're going to understand this from one lens here, and then we'll dive into a couple other different areas. So on the side of just lead generation and advertising and marketing, I want to talk about a few key things. First thing is in ChatGPT, it is very simple for you to find out scripts for things like cold calling. And by the way, you can even dive into cold calling for just about anything. As long as you're specific and you ask the right question, please write me a script specifically for cold calling commercial property owners in XYZ area. You can say commercial property owners that had the property previously listed. You can be very, very specific. And the more specific you are, the better the script's going to be. So you can ask for scripts for cold calling. You can ask for scripts around voicemails that you can be leaving during those cold calls. You can also ask for specific headline titles for when you're doing mailers or advertisements. I mean, it's really, really cool how you can come up with just about anything on ChatGPT. But again, it's about how you ask. That's the most important thing about it on ChatGPT. If you're looking for, as an example, a cold email, which is another great way that you can use it for cold reach out. So you're gonna say, write a cold email sales letter from a commercial real estate agent prospecting someone who owns a industrial building in New Jersey, and explain how I represent a bunch of seasoned investors and they're all very interested in buying more properties in town. And then it's gonna give you a great answer as to what you should write for an email. I mean, you don't have to think about anything and it just handles it for you, right? And obviously the more specific you are about exactly what you're doing, the better the email is gonna be. Back to the headlines. In regards to headlines, you can say, give me 10 headline topics for Facebook advertisements targeting commercial property owners in XYZ area, people who are also going to be between the ages of 40 and 60 years old, who are possibly looking to retire or sell off their properties. And it will come up with a bunch of different headlines for you. You can do this for Facebook ads, Google ads, you name it. They're going to be able to come up with a bunch of headlines for you to generate traffic, as well as even mailers. Create a headline for a mailer campaign for a commercial real estate agent targeting commercial property owners in XYZ areas and XYZ types of asset class. It's amazing what ChatGPT can do specifically for when it comes to cold reach outs and advertising. And I'll even add this one where when it comes to reach outs, if you're looking to build a team or hire employees, it is really simple for you to even say, create a recruitment script for a commercial real estate agent who's looking to hire very successful commercial real estate agents to work on their team. I mean, you can do all of this and it will come up with great scripts for you to use, and you can just say it and you're gonna see success from it. I'm living proof of it. The second sector that ChatGPT, or the separate section here that I wanna talk about, is ChatGPT does a fantastic job when it comes to disclosures. So any type of a legal anything, right? When it comes to legal, ChatGPT has really done a fantastic job. I mean, listen, again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not trying to claim that ChatGPT is an attorney, but they've been doing a very, very good job. And I've actually seen a lot of YouTube videos saying that within a very small percentage ratio, ChatGPT is almost identical to what an attorney would actually do in any one of these circumstances. So you can say, please write a non-disclosure agreement for a commercial property from a commercial broker to a buyer. And it will actually give you a very professional looking legal document, and all you're gonna have to do is copy paste it, put it on a letterhead, and that's it. You can just have somebody sign it. I mean, it's a very, very good job. So you can do things like non-disclosure agreements, you can do letters of intent, you can do purchase contracts, you can do things like even professional written emails. When you're typing into ChatGPT, you can say things like, please write a letter as to why a seller should use a commercial real estate agent when selling their property. They'll give you an outline and you can just fill in the blanks of where you need to add in, obviously, your little bit of your specifics. So, I mean, ChatGPT has done an unbelievable job making our lives and my team easier. And it's also something that I've seen a lot of teams implement, so I started implementing this as well, where every single day you have to use ChatGPT for something. It is going to save you time, energy, and effort. You can even say, come up with this script for a follow-up text message to all of my leads. I mean, come on now. I mean, like, you don't even need to think anymore. Like, oh, what am I going to say to all my leads? Come up with a cold calling script for a commercial real estate agent to follow up with leads that they've been working on for a little while. The seller said that they're looking to sell the property within a year or two, and I'm just looking to follow up, so create a script for that. Great, oh, write a script. And then you can say, now come up with a very short text script to follow up with that lead because they didn't answer the phone. Boom. I mean, it's just, you don't have to think of much. And by the way, if you're looking for a sales script, again, you can go in the description down below. I have also a lot of sales scripts that you can use, so you don't even need to use ChatGPT for your sales scripts, but just, again, as an example. The next thing I want to talk about here is all about idea generating. If you're like me, where you come up with a million different ideas all the time, this is basically a sounding board. This is a great sounding board for you to use. But just to give you some kind of direction as to where you could use this, you can use this for things like, even for YouTube content, right? For social media content is a fantastic opportunity to use ChatGPT and say, come up with 10 different topics for content for a commercial real estate agent to post on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, right? It just, I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities around ideas for social media. You can also come up with things like events. Come up with 10 different event types for commercial real estate agents to host for clients, for other professionals in the area. It will come up with all of this stuff for you, so you don't even need to be thinking about this. Come up with gift ideas. Really simple, and it'll come up with a bunch of different ideas. You can also do things like marketing ideas. Come up with 10 different marketing ideas for a commercial real estate agent to attract the right person who's looking to sell a commercial property. You can do things like training topics. What are the top 10 training topics for any commercial real estate agent that they need to know in order to sell more real estate? You can have things like newsletter ideas. So again, even for the marketing, like we talked about before, come up with 10 newsletter topics for a commercial real estate agent to send out to a bunch of investors. Come up with 10 newsletter topics and articles and the links to those articles for a commercial real estate agent to market to their database. Basically, if you want to start delegating, this is like if you don't have an assistant, but you want to be able to delegate this, it's a very simple way to basically take your admin time, right, your administrative time, and cut it in half. If you're spending 3 hours a day in administrative, this will take it down to an hour and a half because everything can be easily templated or done for you. So the last thing is all about data. So if you're wondering about how to use ChatGPT for data, it's again all about the questions that you ask. And ChatGPT in some aspects it's only been around for a short period of time. It likes to remind you that like, hey, I only have data up until 2022 or 2021. However, it's about the questions you ask and how you ask it. So let me explain to you. So if you go in saying like, give me the top 10 best data points to look into and the websites that are correlated for New Jersey real estate and where the economy is going. And then it'll give you a bunch of different websites to start looking where you can find certain data points, the data points that you should be researching. And then you can even say things, what is the best way to organize this data now that I have it, right? Or now you can even say, organize this data into an Excel sheet. It will give you this. I mean, it's a really amazing program. When it comes to data, my favorite part about ChatGPT is that it does the following. If you ask it correctly, you can ask it to give you websites and link the websites to the data that it's giving you. The best data points to ask for so that you know exactly what to be looking for. You can be looking for what other questions you should be asking around the data set. So you can be like, okay, besides demographics, what other data points are really important for me to know and what websites are the best websites for me to go to in regards to figuring out how to target more motivated commercial real estate sellers in New Jersey. I mean, then it'll just be like, brrr, and then it just gives you a bunch of answers as to like, here are the websites, here's the questions to ask, here's the data points to target. I didn't even think about half the stuff and it gives you all the answers for it. And you're like, okay, wow, this made it a lot easier. And then all you have to do is like, from there, really make it easy is you take all that data and then you're just gonna go on places like Upwork, or you can reach out to a bunch of different people and say like, hey, looking for a VA, you hire a VA, and then you can have a VA do all the research and then give you data back. I mean, it's just freaking mind-blowing where like it does not have to be complicated and it doesn't have to be expensive. In this video, we talked about a lot of different things about ChatGPT, and I want you to know that ChatGPT is also evolving, where there's also a multitude of other AI softwares that you can use. And like, listen, I haven't really found anything that I absolutely am in love with other than ChatGPT, where I can bounce these ideas off of, and I've gone through a lot of these different things, and a lot of these ideas that I've given you here are things that I've actually done personally. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, and by the way, if you have any other software that has been incredibly helpful for you, make sure you put that in the description down below, because I want to be looking into a bunch of different softwares that maybe I haven't noticed yet. So make sure you put that in the description down below. And other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. If you're still watching this video, that means to me that you're a committed real estate agent and you're looking to take your life and business to the next level. I'm just curious, why have you yet to schedule your free, no obligation coaching consultation? All you have to do is simply go in the description down below, and people are telling me this call has been the most unbelievable, the most powerful call they've had in their entire career. And here's just a few of the individuals have taken full advantage of this call. And my mission is to support as many realtors as possible, build a 6- and 7-figure net income business so that they don't have to rely on this industry anymore for their everyday income. If you're a committed realtor, which I can see like you are, all you have to simply do to take full advantage of this free coaching consultation is to go in the description down below and schedule your free call now.